My name is Jonathan Yi, and today I'm going to present four theatre traditions that I have researched. The first is Wayang Kulit, second, Chinese Shadow Theatre, third, Kaya Azil Shadow Theatre, and last, Karagyosis Shadow Theatre. Firstly, we're going to talk about Wayang Kulit. Wayang Kulit is a shadow theatre most famous in Indonesia. It originated from Java. It was spread to Java with the spread of Hinduism. Wayang Kulit came about from the belief that all living things have a soul. It is a form of storytelling, and usually the stories are set in mythological times and dramatize episodes from the Hindu epics, such as Ramayana and Mahabharata. The shadow theatres are usually accompanied by gamelan orchestra. The master puppeteer is known as the Dalang, who is likened to God as he controls everything. Most characters speak the language of Kawi, or Jawa Kuno, which stands for Ancient Javanese. Next, we have Chinese Shadow Theatre. In Chinese Shadow Theatre is Pi Ying Si. Pi stands for hide, or the skin used to make the puppets. Ying means shadow, and Si means play. Chinese Shadow Theatre originated during the Han Dynasty, when a concubine of Emperor Wu fell ill and died from the illness. He was devastated and heartbroken. He wanted her back very badly, and so the ministers came up with an idea to please the emperor. They came up with Chinese Shadow Theatre in order to show that she was alive through the form of storytelling. The puppets were first made of paper sculpture, but then the puppeteers started using the hide of donkeys and oxen. Chinese Shadow Theatre tells dramatic versions of traditional fairy tales and myths. In different provinces, different music is used to accompany the shadow plays. Aside from the Han Dynasty, Chinese shadow play was also popular during the Tang and the Song Dynasty. In Beijing, shadow play had political themes, and it was banned from 1796 to 1800 to prevent the uprising of peasants. Nowadays, Chinese Shadow Theatre can be comprised from 2 to 9 people. There are some special techniques that have to be mastered by the performers of Chinese Shadow Theatre. The first is singing without rehearsal or musical score. Secondly, there has to be one musician that plays various musical instruments at the same time. Thirdly, the puppeteers have to master falsettos. And lastly, puppeteers have to have the skill of manipulating several puppets at the same time with both hands. Next, we have Karagyosis Shadow Theatre, which is in Greece. Karagyosis Shadow Theatre was popular in Arabic-speaking countries, especially Turkey, by the 16th century, although there were religious restrictions. The thing about Karagyosis Shadow Theatre is that it uses no scenery, and there's a stock character in Karagyosis Shadow Theatre who is none other than Karagyosis. Karagyosis is the protagonist of the story. The name is borrowed from the Turkish word name Karagöz. Karagöz stands for black eye. The stock character Karagyosis has a few characteristics that remain constant throughout all plays. First, he is a poor hunchback Greek. Secondly, his right hand is usually depicted longer than his left. Thirdly, his clothes are ragged and patched. And lastly, his feet are always bare. Karagyosis Shadow Theatre was merely used for entertainment, and most of them were comedies and farce. The puppets are about 3 by 2 feet. Lastly, I'll talk about Kaya Azil Shadow Theatre in Egypt. Kaya Azil is the name for shadow play. Kaya is imaginary in Malay. Metaphorically speaking, Kaya Azil stands for shadows of the imagination. Kaya Azir Shadow Theatre began in 10th century Cairo, and it was usually performed on a celebratory occasions such as weddings and circumcisions, and especially on the night of the holy month of Ramadan. The puppets are made of stiff, thin, stretched out camel hide. Some stories were passed on traditionally, or histories, while others satirized the government or the politics or political scandals. Most of the stories were serial tales, and this was designed so that audiences would keep coming back for more and more. The stock character is Mukadim, who is a kind of narrator. The puppeteer is known as Raz Al Khayyal. The man who makes the puppets is known as Kasas, which also means cutter. The convention that I have chose is puppetry. I will talk about the convention puppetry using Wayang Kulit Shadow Theatre. The performer is the puppeteer and the puppet at the same time. The puppeteer narrates the voice of the puppets. He also controls the limbs of the puppets, thus controlling their gestures as well. The puppeteers also make the mouths of the puppets open and close while they narrate to give the illusion that the puppets are the ones who are talking. Finally, the puppeteers also project other objects on the screen other than the puppets. Now, I will give a demonstration of how Wayang Kulit works. I made two puppets based on the epic Ramayana. This is Rama. And this is Ravana, the 10-headed demon. Now, turn off the light. So now I will demonstrate a moment from Ramayana, where Rama encounters Ravana. And Rama will kill Ravana with his bow and arrow. First, Rama draws back his bow. He prepares his arrow to shoot, and then he lets go. The arrow travels, and finally it hits Ravana and kills him. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and the demonstration. Thank you.